Hi there. Welcome to a journey through one of the greatest stories ever told, the Mahabharata. Think of this not as a story, but as a mirror to life itself. A tale of duty, power, family, and most importantly, the eternal battle between right and wrong. Now, before we dive into the epic itself, let's set the stage. Where did this story come from? Who told it? And why is it so important even today? Let me break it down for you. The Mahabharata is not just an ordinary book. It's a colossal epic, one of the longest ever written with over 1 lakh verses in Sanskrit. That's about 4 times the length of the Iliad and the Odyssey combined. Written by the sage Vyasa, it's a mix of history, mythology, philosophy, and some of the deepest spiritual teachings ever combined. But here is the fascinating part. It wasn't just written. The Mahabharata was composed orally, memorized, and passed down through generations before it was ever put on paper. Imagine that. The story was first recited at a special snake sacrifice organized by King Janmajaya. Why a snake sacrifice, you ask? Well, that's because his father, King Parikshit, was killed by a snake. Yet, this story begins with some intense family drama. During the ritual, a disciple of Vyasa, Vanshampayana, narrated the entire tale to an audience of sages. That's how it all began. At its heart, the Mahabharata is the story of two families, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Both are the branches of Kuru dynasty, but they are locked in a bitter feud. This isn't just sibling rivalry, it's a full scale war for control of the kingdom of Hastinapura. And it's not just about battles or politics. The Mahabharata dives deep into life's big questions. What's the right thing to do when the choices are equally difficult? How do you balance duty to your family with duty to society? These are the questions the characters face every step of the way, and their answers shape the story. Oh, and did I mention the Mahabharata also includes the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most profound spiritual texts in the world. That's where Krishna, one of the main characters, delivers his famous teachings on dharma, karma, and the meaning of life. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The story itself is a sprawling saga that spans generations. It begins with the creation of the Kuru dynasty, a family tree so tangled it could rival any modern soap opera. From King Shantanu and the legendary Bhishma to Dhritarashtra and Pandu, it's a tale of lineage, ambition, and destiny. And then, of course, we have the Pandavas, the five brothers born from divine blessings, and the Kauravas, their 100 cousins. The Pandavas represent righteousness, but they are far from perfect. Meanwhile, the Kauravas, led by Duryodhana, are often painted as villains, but their motivations are surprisingly complex. At the center of it all is the Kurukshetra war, a battle so devastating it reshapes the very fabric of their world. And it's in the chaos that some of the greatest lessons about life, duty, and morality emerge. So, why is this story still so relevant? Well, the Mahabharata isn't just about gods and warriors, it's about us, our struggles, our flaws, our aspirations. It shows us that life is rarely black and white, it's a thousand shades of grey. Whether it's Bhishma's vow of celibacy, Draupadi's resilience in the face of humiliation, or Krishna's wisdom on the battlefield, every character teaches us something about the human condition. In the coming chapters, we will explore this epic in detail. But for now, remember this, the Mahabharata isn't just a story, it's a journey into the heart of what it means to be human. Ready to dive in? Let's begin.